Midnight Ramen is a minimally edited, live recorded podcast that takes place at midnight. Although Michael may not be consuming food, it's time to get your bowls out. It's chow time.
But welcome back to you. Break stride, sailing me. Free falling, choose my enemy. Free from the things you say. It will all come back someday.
Good evening, gamers and other folks alike. You already know what is going on. I hope y'all know, right? You're listening to Midnight Ramen with me, Michael. I hope y'all are doing good. Yar. Ahoy, mateys. Pirates. You know, we should make a pirate version. We should make a pirate version of the show. It'd just be like, yar, pirates, barons and baronesses and marauders and bushwhackers and hog stealers. It's like that one scene in Blazing Saddles where he's just saying, like, get all the best, like, thieves, buggerers, thieves, criminals, arsonists. Just get them all together. But it's pirate radio, yar. Hope y'are doing good. If you want to catch this live, you can go to twitch.tv/Mountain Lyric Original. That is all one word. You don't really have to do anything with it. I mean, as long as you spell it correctly, it'll be. I'm not spelling it out for you. It's like, yeah. You can watch this live. You can interact with chat, like Popsky99 here, who gave me the idea for this pirate version of the show just by saying avast. Isn't that crazy? Crazy. You know, I was crazy once, but you know what helped? Going to twitch.tv/Meltlyric Original, watching this happen live, doing stuff in there, but also, if you miss it, that happens, you know. When this show happens live, it happens when it happens. But you can watch it afterwards. You can watch the VOD. You can watch the after show, which happens just after this until I get sleepy. It's just me editing the podcast and until I want to go to sleep. Basically, where I say, like, man, this ain't worth it. And just go to bed. What else is there? Yeah. Yar. Oh, yeah. And I also stream other stuff as well. I feel like I might do another stream today. I feel like I might stream again today. I don't know. Or tomorrow. I don't know. Or, well, technically it would be tomorrow if I did it on Friday. Because today is Thursday. I always have this conniption. Why do I always thrust? It's more of a clarification than anything else. Let's be honest. Because, like, if I say, like, tomorrow, technically, because it is, you know, midnight, tomorrow would be Friday and not the day that it currently is. You could say that tomorrow morning, but that would also mean it would be today. Fuck. I mean, yeah, tomorrow I could probably stream tomorrow, actual tomorrow, which would be Friday. But I do some other stuff as well. I also have a YouTube thing where you can watch, you know, because after this leaves Twitch, it just disappears into the aether. It's not here anymore. You can watch that on YouTube as well as all of the past episodes up to this point. And I also post videos. And I don't want to spoil this week's stuff, but it's gonna be pretty cool. It's gonna be pretty cool. Yeah, this week was definitely an inspirational, or just really today, I got inspired and I made stuff happen. It's gonna be good. I'll say that. Because there's not only one. You might want to sit down for this. There's gonna be two videos going up this week that are not like the podcast. That's yeah. I mean, one of them is a supplementary to another, but yeah. Yeah. Melted heads are gonna be spoiled for real. Like, I'm just saying. You're gonna be wet with content, or wet. You're gonna be you're gonna be you're gonna be wet from how how splishing and splashing, how much splishing and splashing there is in the videos. Yeah. You don't want to be wet? That's too bad. You're gonna get wet. It's been really wet, like actually wet. Like, it's been raining quite a lot. I think that's also because it's like whatever the El Nino, whatever summer. Blah, 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 blah. I think I explained at the beginning of the year because it's like an El Nino or something like that. Blah blah blah. Where like weather's a bit weird and kind of oddly enough very mild. Like, this whole year has been just not really anything to write home about. I mean, and that's a good thing. Because, like, at least up here, other places not so much. But here, like, it's rained quite a lot. That's it. I mean, it didn't even snow. Like, it snowed like maybe 3 times this year, like, significantly. And even then, by the end of the week that it did, it's like literally like it was like gone by the end of the week, or another thing came and whatever. But it's cool though. But we definitely made up for that in actual rain when spring came around. And even when spring did come around, I don't think it like god damn, it was so good out. Like, enough to like, oh, I don't have to wear a jacket anymore. Proceeds to wear a sweatshirt the entire time. It's like, that's just me. I never, like, whenever I go to work, I always have a sweatshirt with me, because especially since I'm like working events, I usually have like a t-shirt on. I'm usually wearing a t-shirt, and just even being in like our, the office storage area, like it gets cold. Like, it gets really cold. A couple weeks ago we had an event, and like the CEO of the company was like, yeah, I want it freezing in this room. And even the client was like, bro, it's too cold. Can we turn it up? And we're like, I don't think we can, because the boss told us no, don't make it cold. I don't want to say this in a weird way. We went over and did, because it was like ice cold. And I'm talking like in Hey Ya, when Andre 3000 is like, all right now fellas, yeah, what's cooler than being cool? Ice cold. And he's like, yeah, I can't hear you, because for some reason Andre 3000 couldn't hear. Like, if it's cold, sound will travel. Pretty ironically, it's weird. It's weird because like the particles are like tightened together, and because like physics physics stuff. The sound travels should travel. No, actually, no, it won't. So it is actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it makes a little bit of sense why he couldn't hear. But then he's like, I can't hear you. He's like, what's cooler than being cool? And then, like, when I'm ever like, it happens every single time I turn that song, and I don't get it why. But they just say ice cold, And he's like, all right. And he gets it at that point. I don't know. He might be losing some hearing. I could be crazy. But I was crazy once. I was gonna say like, oh, it's been also a really weird year for memes. Like you got one, like I was like doing some audio stuff for church today, and like just doing like a band practice, and I think one of the biggest meme things has been, I don't know if it really came out of this year or like end of last year, freaking Mr. Belding. Oh my god. Like Caleb MBX or something, like I can't remember exactly his name on TikTok, but those Braden and Mr. Belding memes or videos freaking peak. That's just peak TikTok. It's like, it's brain rot, but it's like seeing brain rot through the lens of an adult. Live, laugh, Mr. Belding. And he just released one earlier today, and that's the one I'm like talking about, where he's like, Braden, did you ask the lunch lady to huck Tuah on your hot dog? And the crazy thing, the huck Tuah lady literally came out of fucking nowhere. At the like 16 days ago, that video was posted. 16 days ago, and that meme is just getting ground, like a lot of ground, and it's scary. And even like there's like a lot of like mystery, like kind of mystery slash, I feel like resentment on her end because of the thing, because of the huck Tuah comment, spit on that thing, in reference to never mind, keeping a little clean. Why do I bother, but whatever. But like there were some people saying like, oh, she was a preschool teacher. Some saying she's not. She's like trying to keep it under wraps. Cause like I get that. Like that kind of makes sense. But she was also like signing hats that said "Huck Tuah 24." Spit on that thing. That like a presidential like campaign ads hats. Those are funny. That's very funny. But if it is a teacher, that makes total sense. I'm not gonna lie. Teachers fucking drink. Oh, and even in the Mr. Belding video, like in the middle of it, he fucking whips out this tequila. And I know the brand. I don't know. I can't remember the exact name of the brand offhand, but it's in like a ceramic, I think like a ceramic bottle, a white ceramic bottle, and it's got like blue, paintings of it. It's like floral, like you would see like in a vase, or like I don't want to say a Mediterranean vase, but or it could be like Japanese style vase, something like that, and like mixed between two. I don't know, mosaic, close enough, but he whips out this bottle. You want to know how much this fucking bottle of tequila is? $175 USD. Like, god damn. God damn. And I'm not saying anything about the actual guy himself, but it's serious when you got the man whipping out the expensive tequila. And tequila's not that expensive. Cause like, and the reason I know is because I work at a casino, and we do serve alcohol on site. And because, it's a native ground, we serve alcohol on site. And if you bring any outside alcohol, that's thrown away. That's confiscated and thrown away. If you take anything off site, yeah, you don't want to get caught. You don't want to get caught doing that. Not good. Not good. You drink it on site, because but there are very strict limits. Like, I don't have a huge tolerance for alcohol, but like, even like I would have to be fast to get to the level that like I would have to be cut off. Like I would have to drink like the amount of alcohol they allow you to drink is not a whole ton. I mean, it's enough to get you blitzed, but if you're like Gonzo, you have no tolerance, in my opinion. You probably have no tolerance. Just crazy though. So I'm just sitting here at the soundboard, kind of in between songs, and I'm just like putting it up to my ear. I look at the video and I just see him whip out this bottle. I'm like, no way, dude. That is expensive wine, or not out wine, tequila. And like the last time I went to a liquor store, I saw it right behind the cashier. I'm like, oh man, oh man. Oh, and when my work confiscated that alcohol, we didn't confiscate one. We confiscated like at least 10 bottles. And some of them were not full. Were not full at all. So yeah. That was a crazy night. I think that specific day too, I worked from like 6 a.m. to like 6 a.m. in the morning to 1 a.m. at night the next day. It was wild. Yeah. I think I didn't. I don't think I did go in the next day. I might have. I probably did. But I didn't go until like way later because I'm like, I'm burnt. But yeah, that was only a one-time thing. Thank God. But yeah, the Tuah thing, it just like, it keeps snowballing. Like I saw it once and then like all over social media, I just see Tuah. And I was working an event, like a teardown for an event the other day. And even like some of the older guys are like quoting it. It's like, how the fuck do you know Tuah? Like, no, like zero exposure to TikTok. Just like, how the fuck do you know Tuah? Spit on that thing. It's just wild. It's very wild. You know what other meme has not gone away? The low taper fade. You know the low taper fade meme? That has only gone up in popularity. Let's be honest. Like, Ninja with the low taper fade, can you imagine that? Man, I can't imagine that. I'm not playing that bit no more. Fuck that, dude. Fuck that. Man. But you know, like what's also crazy too, the around here it's been raining a lot, and I've been talking about it was raining. It's been raining a lot this whole year. The river levels are very high, incredibly high. I like when I was driving earlier today, I drove by the river because I need to get to church, and the only there's one main way I can go now. There were 3, but now we can only go 1 without having to like do a long backtracking thing. And man, even then, the river is like next to it, and they built this bridge like specifically to prevent flooding. It's nasty. No way. That's no way. Crazy. And there's like an amusement park nearby. If you're in Minnesota, you'll get it. If you're in southern Minnesota, you know exactly which one. Or not southern. South of the metro. You know exactly which one. The whole parking lot was submerged. What? What? That's wild. Oh man, and it's late June. Oh man. That's like their peak season. Oh no. Oh no, that sucks. What's also crazy too is that the areas like this area is not ready for the like that's down by the river. They're not ready for it. You know what area is ready for it? The fucking Fargo Moorhead area. God damn, I love Fargo. God damn it. I love my home up there. Like I'll swear up and down. Like, yeah, obviously there's years that they're not gonna be able to fight it. I feel like this year is probably one of those, and I haven't really heard a whole ton coming from there about like any flooding, but they know how to handle a flood. Like they know. Like I think the one time when I was in college, it was bad. It was bad. But it wasn't like extreme. It wasn't like historically bad. So actually there's twice. There's two times, but one of them when I was like in an apartment by myself, there was flooding, quote unquote, but it was way down the river. It honestly didn't matter to us in the Fargo Moorhead area in that part of the Red River Valley. So it was 2019, spring of 2019, and I remember driving down by like there's like a park right by the river, gone, absolutely gone. There's like a house on like at the peak of like the hill that leads into the river. The water was almost like right at the front porch or the back porch. It was that close. And we were driving along like the street along next to it. Like you could just hop out your car and be in the water. It was that close. Like that. It was that close to being that bad. Luckily, it wasn't too nuts. But when the Memorial Union had some issues, I remember me and my ex all like she would mainly, I think at this point she was mainly just running the desk and not doing like full building manager stuff. And since I was like close to the building, and also that previous winter, it snowed a shit ton, like a shit ton. Like it makes all of the rain that we've been having now look like nothing. It was like because I was living on campus, I was the guy to go in basically every morning, like at 6 a.m. or something. And on like every time that it snowed, I would have to go in, and I get paid for it, but I'd have to go in and then shovel out every single entrance and then salt it and do that stuff pretty much every day. Or like most every day. It was crazy. Luckily during my shifts, I didn't really have to do it. My actual like night shifts when I worked. But man, I did a lot of the morning shifts just making sure like it was wild. To be honest. Like just because like we had to make sure, because like it's a public area. And duh. But when it was started to melt, obviously it started to flood in the building. So I remember going in and sitting in one of the like lower closets and taking a shop vac and just like vacuuming up a lot of water and dumping it into like, a sewer drain. And I think that might have been because a pipe burst or something like that. I don't remember. Actually, a pipe did burst when I was doing that once, because it was like cold enough, and I was just in the same closet or something. I can't remember exactly, but it was so cold in the kitchen, in like the food area, the cafeteria, a pipe burst. Damn, that was a crazy freaking semester. Damn. Hey Popsky, remember the I don't know if you remember, but you remember the semester that in Kesey over the hibachi grill area, or not hibachi. I think it was technically hibachi. when the pipe burst over it, it would have been your freshman year. Yeah, when it exploded. God, I was working that day. I was like in the building and I was like, huh? What the hell is going on? And we had to move everyone into the the building. Technically we should have gotten everyone out. But then we learned where the hoses and stuff were, the fire valves, the things were. Even if I was a firefighter, I have no idea how the fuck they could have got back to where the valves are, because like even for me in the area that they are, it's tight, like very tight, just like squeeze through. But it's also like in the basement of the building and it's super fucking scary. Like I ain't gonna lie, it's scary. Like I can, you know what, I'll tell stories about that after. And you already know. You already know. It's the magic time. Looking at the amount of packs that I have, I might as well just do them. I have 5 left. So let's just get after it. I don't remember when or where it happened, but I remember it happening. I was I remember being there when it happened. I think it happened another time, but that I wasn't there for that. But the main first time that it did, I was there. I think either I was like getting the water out, or it was just like I just happened to be there. I don't remember why. I'm gonna like undo the seal of these before I actually like open these. Yeah, that was a crazy semester though. And I just still have I still have the image of like me with my girlfriend at the time, just like sitting with her in like a closet, like a work closet, just vacuuming out all this freaking drain water from, the flooding, which is, oh man. I'll save this for last. I'll actually open this on its own. These packs actually open pretty nice. But yeah, I think they had to shut it down for like 2 or 3 days. I can't remember how long that like cleanup and restoration that took. That was that was crazy. I think it happened again like not long after. But yeah, I think they got it fixed pretty quick. Especially after the second time. And I don't even know if it did actually happen the second time. I just remember. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think it's right there. 1, 2, 3, flip. Oh, we got a little lost feller. We got a rambling possum, and that's me, rambling possum. Shackle slinger, playing the heist. Silver deputy, some fellers in there. I'm gonna skip through some of these. I have 5 packs to open. Treasure token. We got an Island. We got a rodeo pyromancers. And a heartless pillage. So the Fipple Fip, I fucked up the pack trick. So that was a rare. Huh. Oh well. I have to figure out what I want to do for cards and stuff like that afterwards. After I do this, I'm out of cards. I don't have any more. 1, 2, 3, flip. Trash to town. Gateway glamour. At knife point. Then we got the commons. Then we got a dinosaur token. We got a festering gulch. Foil skewer the critics. We got a journey to nowhere. And then we got oh yeah, Leela. Pull some out of my ass. What are you talking about? And then I got Intrepid Stable Master. I actually heard that she's pretty good. Actually, she can be pretty busted. If you know how to play her right. Lila. Lila. Easy fucking name, Lila. All right, shifting grift. Lassoed by the law. Jolene, plundering purchase. Rooftop assassin, and all these other things that do not matter. I'll pull you into my... What? Huh? I look over at chat and I'm just questioning some of the things that are said in there. Ooh, foil 3 steps ahead. That's actually pretty decent. That's like at least $5 there. I don't know. Maybe. Skull crack. Ooh, ancient cornucopia. So this is the value pack. Rakdos joins up. And that's it. Yeah, that actually wasn't that bad. That wasn't a bad pack. All right, this is the last of the regular ones. Full steam ahead. Aloe Alchemist. Wrangler of the Damned. Actually pretty cool. Nice. Now the commons. So we got a map. We got a full art forest. We got a foil overzealous muscle. Humiliate. Ooh, Thopter orb. Ah, Timmy. And a colossal rattleworm. What you do if your butthole turns into a vacuum and starts sucking stuff up. Next question. All right, last pack. Last pack. This is my last collector pack of Outlaws of Thunder Junction. I don't know what I want to do for the next one. Although there might be new cards or like Assassin's Creed stuff, but I don't know if I want to get that. I might do something else. I just don't know yet. I think I want to make sure I'm actually like doing my stuff right. Because there is technically an easier pack trick to this, so that's fine. So we got a foil Montan, a luxurious locomotive, an unfortunate accident. I think you guys are about to meet an unfortunate accident. Not if you're driving. No, you're not. You're not gonna do that. You're gonna drive safe. And yeah, Thunder Lasso, Overzealous Muscle, Mourner's Surprise, Dead-Eye Duelist, Darting Thunder Thief. You got a Mercenary Token. Ooh, Lotus Ring. Yeah, let's go. We got a Void Rend. Angel of Indemnity. Ooh, cool. I don't think I pulled him yet. So hell yeah. One Last Job. Yeah. And then a Clear Shot. The Hypnosizzle. That was a good one. That's a good one to end it off on. We got a Lotus Ring. Like an alt art foil. Or not. Extended art foil. And then One Last Job. And Mr. Scorpion King. Whatever. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, brother. Let's go. Actually, I do want to check the price on that because yes, let's check the price on that. It would be Magic the Gathering. It would be in Thunder Junction. Oh, Lotus Ring would be in the big score, I think. Right? Lost Shite, no, for more Vault. I don't see it here. Unless if I'm dumb. I might be dumb. Nope, there it is. Lotus Ring, foil extended. Actually, I don't think this is the foil one. Switch to foil. Yeah, $30. Yeah, $30. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. Let's go. Love that. Yeah. So, don't you know that? Well, no, don't you pull that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Man, I actually do. I love that movie, Ricky Bobby. The Ballad of Ricky Bobby. See, back in the day, or back when I think came out, was like right near the end of when I was living in Arizona. But it was like peak, like redneck humor. So like Delta Farce was coming out. Like, the guy was getting into, Larry the Cable Guy, race car, even though technically not really. Because of the one time that he did go to a race, I was like, I was not paying attention. Which is peak redneckness at that time. And going to that movie, goddamn, I love that movie. Also, Cars, technically, yes, because it insinuated that, because race car, NASCAR stuff. I think out of all the Pixar movies, I've seen Cars the most in theaters. Like, no joke. I feel like I've seen it like, I think when it was out, I've probably seen it like 6 times, separate times. And don't get me wrong, like, the Cars franchise is not the greatest, but that first Cars movie, oh fuck, it's good. It's good. Like, it has a good message, and honestly, yeah, it's got a good message to it. Like, it's like, find your people. Find your people, even, like, your hometown. And the one thing I hated when I was growing up, or like growing around, and but technically, even though I'm not originally from Minnesota, but my hometown in Minnesota, like, like when I was growing up, I hated around here because like it's far away from things. Like, if you know the type of people in a small town, the type of people in the small town. Like, it's the same as everywhere. Like, that kind of person. Like, there are definitely those kinds of people where it's like, bro, stop. But at the end of the day, the charms, it's like the tempting charms of like wanting to move away is like really good. But then when you come back, the nostalgia is fucking tempting and very poisonous, but also very comforting. Honestly, like, I love, talking with like old friends and stuff like that from back in the day, because like, I want to catch up. Like, I know one of my main friends one of the friends I've, talked about on here, like, I played Magic with him not that long ago, and I think I mentioned that, I hope. But, like, I played with him, and I'm just like, I didn't know that you did this, and it's good to catch up, and he's getting married, and all this other stuff. It's like, that's awesome. And, I gotta catch up with one of my other main friends from high school, too. Like, I'm talking with another friend that I used to work with. And, that's also, that's talking with pretty much daily on Discord. The chat knows who. The chat knows who. And and just another friend that I have not talked to in a long time, and I need to get back with him because he was one of my best friends as well, because like, he was the card master. He was mainly a Yu-Gi-Oh player, but like, he had some serious fucking heat. Like, whenever he brought any Yu-Gi-Oh deck, he would win turn 1. Turn 1, turn 2. He loved playing, like, non-fast. Like, he liked not playing competitive. And I don't think he played competitive at all. But, like, he got he would get very lucky for, like, certain, like, some of the decks that he would play and just always win turn 1. And because of the way that Yu-Gi-Oh works, it's fucking broken. The rules at the time, especially for synchro summon, or not synchro summons, pendulum summons, yeah, you could just basically win with your any kind of hand. It's like, bro, that's busted. And then of course they fixed it, or tried to fix it. You know, I don't know the whole. Like, I could go into. There's a whole lot of Yu-Gi-Oh mechanics that are just like, brother, what? Like, I used to play a little bit, but I'm not up to speed. I'm not up to speed. Like, Magic has a lot of keywords and stuff like that. Yu-Gi-Oh, you just have a lot of words. Like with Magic, yeah, once you learn the words, it's not that hard. It's not bad. Like, you gotta know how your card works, but like, the keywords make it so much easier to understand. Yu-Gi-Oh, you got to know how your whole deck works, how your opponent's deck works, how it interacts with itself, what combos can come out of it, what combos happen just by accident, because that can happen. Like, even the deck that my cousin gave me, it was like a water sea monster deck. I could pull out some pretty busted combos that were on par with some of the other decks that were like, you know, big, high tier decks, which is crazy. But mainly that was also in multiplayer formats, because 1v1, it was not great. It was not a great deck, but it was good in a multiplayer format, because it would just like basically make every opponent sacrifice all their creatures, and then I would just be the only one with one, and then just do threat assessment stuff. Love doing that. Yeah. Oh yeah, about some other stories. What was I talking about for other stories? I gotta think about it. Oh yeah, the basement. The basement in the CMU. So that place is haunted. Oh, it's not really haunted, but the one, like, whenever we had to close up for the night, we'd always have to go into the basement. I mean, I don't think we technically had to. Looking back at it now, we didn't always have to go into the basement, but we had to make sure that a certain door was locked. There was really no reason that it should not be locked, but there's this underground, like, club area that wasn't, like, later, like, after my freshman year, it was closed because they were basically renovating a different room that was above it, and because that room was going to be like the premier, like, thing and stuff, like, for presidential stuff and big like outside group meetings and high profile things. They're like, yeah, this basement thing is not structurally sound. Plus, if there was like a dance party club thing in here and there's a meeting above, they're going to be able to hear it pretty easily. So they're like, yeah, let's just shut it down. So basically, for the entire time in college, it was just a storage area. That was the only thing it was used for, just for storage. And obviously, I was allowed to go down. I was allowed to go down there because, duh, I had the key to do it. My boss said it was fine. You know, I couldn't allow people to go down, even though technically I did once or twice. Because, like, it was cool. It was like a 90s, like, little club. Even though, like, dry campus, there was like mocktail stuff. Like, It was so cool. It was so cool. It got like that plexiglass on like the bar and it would light up. Like, dude, that sucks that they had to like kill it. And even then, too, also in the building, there was a bowling alley. I think it was also in the basement. It's like, what the fuck? Dude. But there, like, where the elevator is, and leads into the big ballroom, but it's the main sub basement. I don't want to say the basement where I was talking about, but the like sub level of the main building that you can go to. It's hidden behind a door, which is not guarded that well. And a lot of times it's unlocked, because it has to be, because it's also leads connected into the like one of the food areas or the kitchen areas, so they kind of had to have it unlocked. So you can go in that elevator, go into the basement, and there's this hallway. Once you walk out of the elevator, there's this long hallway, and it's tight, cramped. Like, you got steamy vent pipes all around, all around your head like that. It's humid. It's kind of dark. Like, legitimately, it's kind of dark. And there's like, as you're walking along, there's one pocket on the right that's like dark. Just dark. Something could be hiding in there. Like, literally, something could be hiding. Something or someone can hide in there. And it's scary. And then you walk a little bit further, and there's another one. There's another like thing, but this one is a little like more lit up. And there's like there was this old decrepit chair there, and it just sat there. Just sat there. Oh my God. I just remembered a detail about it. And I'll get back to it. And it was like, it moved sometimes. Sometimes it was because people would move it and play funny jokes, but sometimes no one knew. But also in that same little alcove, there was a little crawl space, dark crawl space. And that would lead into the closet that I was talking about where it kind of flooded. And where we were getting like shot vacuuming all this water. So yeah, you could just sneak into there. You could sneak into the building. It's fine. It's fine. But there's like, as you get to the end of the hall, there's this cage. There's this like cage thing on the right. And there's also another elevator because, yeah. But that cage, if you go behind it and like there's a bunch of like crawling stuff that you got to do, it leads to every single building on the campus. And not even the president of the campus is allowed to go down there. Or at least that's how my boss has described it. Like, even the president can't be in there because it's not only is it scary, like dark, scary and shit, it's dangerous. Like, it's incredibly dangerous. But I think one time, I think we wanted to do this for orientation or like welcome things. And, if we had some new recruits, have one of us go ahead of this like tour of the building, hide in that area. And when we got to that point, have someone just grab someone's hand. Oh man, it's sad that we didn't do that. And plus then the hall would be off when they get down there. So they would be in pitch blackness. And so they just wait in that area. Total darkness. And they're like, oh, my boss would be like, oh, blah, 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 blah. Here's creepy little alcove number 1. Walk a little further. Here's creepy little alcove number 2. Walk a little further. Here's the thing. You can't blah, 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 blah. Can't go in there or whatever. Someone reaches for the thing. Grab. That would have been so funny, but we never did it. I don't think. Man. I miss those days. I do. I honestly do miss those days. Kind of don't. Some of the events and things that happen there I don't miss, but I miss the gang. I remember before our graduation, we had, I think, 4 or 5 of us. We had 5 building managers graduate in the same semester. Nuts. And the night before graduation, or the day before graduation, that's when I got my COVID booster. And we're like, oh yeah, let's go out to this bar. And it was in walking distance of my apartment building. So I'm like, fuck it, yeah, why not? And they're like, it's like kind of outside too. So if you know the bar, you know the bar. It's right by the tracks. And we're getting drinks, and I'm fucking freezing. Like, I had a jacket on, I'm freezing because of this, because I had my COVID booster. And I get back home, like I had a drink or two, I don't remember, but I missed it with the gang. That was fun. I do miss them. I know we definitely spread out. We spread out. I know some of them are in like New York. Some of them are in, I know one of them is in Montana. One of them's in Wisconsin. Yeah. I think we all kind of stayed in like the upper part, or like the ones that did graduate that semester kind of all stayed like in the same like latitude belt. Now I think about it. Weird. But we get back home. I get back home. And I just take I take one of the freaking best showers I've ever had. And like, I just take this long hot shower, and then I hop into bed, and I'm just like, ooh, that's nice. And I woke up, and I graduated that day, or that morning. I didn't even know my parents were coming up that day. They're just like, yeah, we're coming up. I'm like, huh? Yeah, it was fun. Yeah. But Fargo-Moorhead knows how to handle a flood, because they've had a couple of big ones. One of the most infamous ones in recent memory was in like 2011. That was a big one. But then before that was like 98 or 97. Flood in 97, I think. That was like the biggest one, because up in Grand Forks, down the river, like the whole town was flooded. And during it, the hospital caught fire, but they couldn't really put it out because they had no way of getting there. They had to they safely got the people out and over to, all the people that were in the hospitals, like, safe and sound, whatever. But still, what the fuck? It's crazy, you know? But yeah, that they know how to handle flood water or flood conditions. Down in the area that I'm in now, they don't know. They don't know. Like over in St. Peter and Mankato, they're just like, oh, we don't know what we're doing. It's like, dude, it's not that hard. Even though, like, their barriers and things like that are not working, which are great. It's just not a good thing to do. But yeah, that's scary. But also, I feel like, well, I think I saw a thing up for Grand Forks for their flooding, and one of the like bridges that they had, like driving bridges, just got wrecked. Or I think it might have been a train bridge. It's gone. Not like gone, but like it like broke because of the river. But I feel like if like you're building around there, especially like if you're like lower in the basin of the river and your structure or whatever can't handle it, you shouldn't be building there. You should not be building there. It's like if you're building a bridge and the bridge is not there the next year when the river goes, or like when the river goes down, maybe you shouldn't have built the bridge there. I'm just saying, man. Don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but I'm just saying. You never know. But they're like also trying to prevent big major floodings by doing like an offshoot which like diverts some of the water. I mean, they're still going to get water, flooding, but it's going to help with the amount of flooding happening in the area, because it not only will it help the Fargo Moorhead area, but also will help everything upstream or downstream, because it's one of the few rivers that truly flow north, especially on the northern side of the hemisphere. Like, it's pretty crazy. I think it's like what, the 6th longest river in the world, maybe. It's the 2nd longest north running river behind the Nile. But in terms of like ranking rivers, I would say the coolest one, like from my top 5. No. Let's do top 10. So I think my top, so number 10 is I'd say the Minnesota one. That was pretty cool. Number 9, Colorado River. Actually, no, I think 8 would be Colorado River because it made the Grand Canyon, and I just feel that deserves to be a little bit up higher. So number 9, I think, would have to be Colorado. I just said Colorado. Whoops. You know what? The Potomac. The Potomac, yeah. It's patriotic. Yeah. That's number 9. So number 8, and I already said it. Number 7. There's like a, the Euphrates. And then number 6, the Nile. Number 5, Euphrates nuts. That one's a good one. Number 4, I'd say the Red River there. Red River goes there. Number 3, Mississippi River. Number 2, Nile. The Nile River. Actually, no. I didn't say Euphrates twice. I said Euphrates and Euphrates nuts. Yeah, those are separate entries. Get it right. I think number 2 should be I feel like number 2 is a tie. Because Nile and the River Styx are like kind of neck and neck. And then I feel like number 1 has to be the Mississippi River. Yeah. My opinion. It's a big river. Like, it starts very small. It's like, oh, it's just a stream. Oh, it's a river. Amazon? Jeff Bezos stole it, so. Number 11. Just gotta say. And I also kind of forgot about it, so. Also, like, the shit that's in the Amazon River, like, that goes down. That's nah, chief. That ranking goes the fuck down. But you know what doesn't go down? You know what also is going down? We're ending the podcast. We're ending it here. So yeah, if you want to watch this happen live, you can go to twitch.tv/meltslayer original, all one word. You keep continuing on there. And still stick around. If you're watching this live, still stick around, because we got the after show where I'm just basically editing this down, where you can watch this live. You can interact and chat and do all that stuff like Popsky was doing, like trying to say, oh, where's the Amazon? Because I actually did forget about it. You can also watch the VODs on here. If you do miss it, because you can watch the VODs for up to 2 weeks, and you can watch the after show, where I basically try to edit this down and do minimal editing, and then just basically try not to fall asleep. That's the gist of what's happening in those, if I'm being truthfully honest. But if you miss that, if you missing this, you can still watch every episode on YouTube. You can still watch everything on YouTube. Like everything on YouTube. You can watch past episodes. You can watch new videos that I put out on my channel. Mouth Original. Yeah, same thing. It's in the back. All one word. Yeah. If you have trouble spelling it, let me bring the. Oh yeah, hope that helps, viewers. Can't read it? Too bad. Don't know how to read? I don't know. What else? I feel like I'm forgetting something. I do a little bit of TikToks, but no, it's mainly magic stuff. I gotta figure out what I'm doing with my magic channel with TikTok. I haven't figured it out. Thank you to Gradients for the use of their song Used to It off of the album The Call. They're finally moving into their home, or to their new home, which is actually not too far away from my work. So like, I have to go in tomorrow. I might hit them up and see what they're doing and see like, hey, can I visit some of the guys from there? Because I know not all of them are there, but I could still see some of them, at least, on there. Which that would be, I do want to visit them, because goddamn, I have an idea for a video, or videos. Hell, I know one of their girlfriends is technically a film major, or she graduated, I think. She's a film major. I have an idea. Or Diaz, if it does happen. I don't know. Maybe. But I have an idea. But also, yeah, I just love my boys. It's gonna be cool to see them more. And actually see them perform more. Yeah. And thank you for listening, watching, doing what you do, and all that other stuff. Stick around though, for the after show. If you're watching this live. Yeah. So, stick around. But as I look at the time, it's not midnight here anymore. But it's midnight somewhere else. So until it becomes midnight here once again, I'll see you later. But until then, bye-bye.
Well, just when I needed you, I see from a different view. Oh, baby, now don't be scared, but don't get used to it. Yeah, well, I told her I can't let go. Well, I told her I can't say no. Oh, baby, well, I was scared, but now I'm used to it. I was scared, but now I'm used to it.